team.
Right.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But I just don't trust Pimp this game.
I wouldn't trust him either, especially after that shit he pulled with
Yo, literally had me
I'm
fucked.
still angry about that, by the way. I wasn't even playing.
I started going a little nuts because that was our last mislynch, so I would literally started launching out with numbers and we could still win this and this has to happen. Oh my god. It was a lot. Yeah. Me shitting a fucking brick. Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
Like, that's why it's kind of like
he's helping.
Like, you haven't really done that much. I know you're I know you're a strong player, and you kind of just like day one, you just kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say like hid behind the "your kid picked me" thing, but like you milked that for a really long time. And I'm just not entirely I'm not entirely sure how much Civ Pimp would do that, but I know you're a massive troll. So like Civ Pimp might do that. No. But come on.
But why does that mean anything?
You at least know that like just because you didn't end with your vote on me doesn't mean that like having a vote on someone for the large majority of a day like doesn't mean anything. If anything, you could argue that moving your vote near the end to make the vote count look better for you is a more Mafia-oriented play.
Did Fruit Punch even vote last phase?
Wait, hold on. That was a slip. He said considering I lynched the medic, but if he's Mafia, it means he night killed the medic. But medic slipped out when he was saying he lynched the UC. I don't like that. That's just what that immediately struck me as.
Okay.
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 Wait, are we gonna have to go back to shards real quick?
La 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 la.
La, la. Shards of Alaria game.
Yeah, shards of Alara.
Okay, so Pimp, if you were to name the Mafia team right now, who do you think it is?
Yeah.
Well, like Forge
Okay.
makes sense because that's consistent with your day two, but we don't have a mislynch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're doing no lynch today.
And then tomorrow will be.
So like, help me help you. Help me trust you.
Let's. Okay. Okay.
That would be awesome. Just by the way.
Fuzz was the first night kill, right?
I'm kind of wary of Skids right now, just for the reason that he's being very vocal and making the most reads on people.
3 minutes.
So,
Okay.
and I feel like
Fuzz was the
the
first.
fact that he's not on anyone's list. The fact that he's not on anyone's list kind of bothers
Yeah,
me.
I was gonna. I don't know. I'm gonna keep watching for now before I actually say anything and embarrass myself.
No, please say something. No. Like, keep going. You need to say something here. Come on.
All right. Well, hold on. While she figures that out, I think somebody is either trying to frame Cobalt or Cobalt is leaving calling cards like an idiot. Because Fuzz was the first night kill, and that's who Cobalt voted for. Fruit Punch was the second night kill, and that's also who Cobalt voted for.
Okay, that's a really good
I'm
point.
sorry, I was laughing at Cobalt's face. Look at that.
No, I think it definitely looks like someone's trying to frame me. Because when you think about it that way, there's no way that I would, if I were Mafia, there's no way that I would kill the same people that I voted for.
The only person I've known to leave calling cards is Dark General, and that's just a whole nother ball game.
Cobalt doesn't write in italics, right?
No.
No.
Okay.
So the question is, who would be most likely to try and frame Cobalt?
1 minute 30.
Pimp. I think it's Pimp.
I definitely think Skiz is capable of something like that.
I would agree.
Considering that you're not on anyone's list and you've managed to go under everyone's radar by being out in the open, I think that it would definitely be possible for you to frame me, and possible if not probable. So I don't know.
Okay, I guess this won't actually address your concerns until I say it again after the game's done. But this is how I always play Skype Mafia. And normally I end up not getting night killed because my reads are really bad. I'm good at clearing myself, but I'm really bad at actually reading people. Okay.
I guess that makes sense.
Where did she go?
Sorry.
Okay.
It was an
So-
angel.
Okay.
And I have ADD.
What's your Mafia pair right now in your head?
Me?
Me?
30 seconds.
I said
Mine?
TGG,
Mine?
but like
Mine?
you
Oh,
also, both of you can say afterwards.
You go first.
I'd say Forge and Willie.
Oh God, that's what I was thinking.
Hmm.
God damn it.
I guess I would say Forge and Skiz.
I'm going to
Is it
go with the
the
weird
most?
pair and say Pimp and Raven.
I definitely think Raven's
5
one of them.
seconds.
I think TGG might be the second one.
That's
I
definitely
think TGG is
Safe
safe
face is over. Nobody got killed. Everybody hang up.
right.
Back to Tomb Raider. Yeah.
All right, stay face.
Okay, Alpha, tell me if I'm dead quickly. I got things to
Okay.
say.
A bag of dicks targeted Pimp Willie, and Pimp Willie was the profoundly handicapped.
Pimp Willie.
Okay,
Okay.
so
Hmm?
that made things easier for me. I'm pretty sure the Mafia team is Cobalt Raven. And this is why.
Why is that?
Yeah, this is why. Okay, so yesterday, I started yesterday by saying I think it's TGG Forge, which I realize is the other two people that I didn't just name as Mafia. But so I say TGG Forge, and then Pimp, who's now confirmed civilian, says Forge and someone TGG as well, right? So then when everyone goes around at the end and says who they think the Mafia pairs are, I think it's really easy I think it's unlikely that 4 people are going to say that they think Forge is a Mafia if Forge actually is a Mafia. And I think that it's really easy for the Mafia, when they're saying it last, to say, oh, I suspect Forge as well, because then that makes the push for the final mislynch easier. And I got a civ lean off of TGG because he didn't say he's suspected Forge? Now, please tear this idea apart.
It makes sense for me for what you said about the last people going to put suspicion onto someone to make it easier for the next day kill. But I feel like if I were Mafia, I would make sure I was not the last person saying it.
Same.
But you both weren't. TGG was actually the last person who said.
This is true.
Oh, I was last.
Oh, wait, you were last?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but you wouldn't say, I think Forge and someone are more,
Yeah.
right? Like,
Yeah.
that's not going to happen.
I just...
Well, I mean, I just spoke when I was prompted to, but
Yeah.
Right.
so I don't know. Willie was one of the only people who didn't suspect me. I don't think I would kill him if I was Mafia.
But that's also why you would kill him.
I'm not very subtle, guys.
But you could say that for any...
Yeah,
strict-
like, looking at the night kill at this point is just like, it depends on what level you think the Mafia is on, right? It's like,
Yeah.
would they think that we think that they think that we think that...
Yeah. And if you layer it that far, it just becomes a clusterfuck. So we need to break this down to the simplest possible level.
Ow. My back hurts.
Honestly,
sorry.
I'm really still not buying Forge or Skiz that much.
Okay.
I mean, the fact that he's been not just the fact that he's been very vocal, and I get that this is probably always how he plays Skype Mafia,
Right.
but it's the fact that he's suspected the four of us basically the entire game. So the fact that we're all kept alive seems way too convenient. Like, why would it work out that perfectly where it's just the four of us and Skiz? It makes sense to me.
I see what you're saying now.
Because then he takes the other three and pushes them towards, or takes two of the other three and pushes them towards the other two. And I feel like he's just playing both sides against each other right now. So both sides of the civs. So who would be a likely partner to Skiz is what I'm trying to figure out.
What do you mean by both sides of the
Of the civs.
Wow, of the civs?
Yeah. Being that the four of us and Skiz are the only ones left alive. If he's Mafia, he's been suspecting the four of us the entire game. Theoretically, well, obviously, literally one of the four of us is Mafia.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, Skiz. So who is someone that Skiz has been suspecting? What?
Aren't there two Mafias, though?
Yeah, there's two Mafias. Suspecting that Skiz is one of them. Which of the other four would be most likely to be Skiz's partner? So he's been suspecting the four of us all game. So who has he been suspecting but not really pushing? He's pushed me, he's pushed Raven, he's kind of pushed Forge, but he hasn't really pushed TGG that much. He's even gone as far as saying that he got a clean read on him.
True. I actually was about to ask TGG, what do you think? Everyone stare at TGG.
So I'm better at looking at like actual stuff and connecting dots. I've never really been that good at the theorization part of this.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Right now, my
Everyone
pair.
cover your face. It'll make it harder for me to read you.
Oh, sorry.
Right now, my pair is Skiz and TGG. Right now, I suspected Forge at the beginning, but given that she's still been alive and a lot of people have been pushing her, I think that's.
And Forge has also been really
reason why
consistent in her reads, even though she's reading me, which is.
And
great.
Skiz has kind of been suspecting all four of us, but not really pushing TGG as hard as ever.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and put my lynch vote.
1 minute?
For now.
5 minutes.
5, okay.
I'm gonna put my vote for Skiz for now.
No, I feel like you two are cooperating too well
Who?
for it being such a small pool of players.
Me and who?
Me and Cobalt?
Well,
That's
me. I've known her for forever. I'm still. If Skiz is Civ, I would go right to Raven. But if Skiz is Civ,
It's too late.
No.
Okay. So I think Like the most telling, I'm sure this is what you just looked at, TGG. Like the most telling in terms of like the information we can get from the lynch votes was the day 2